So we've arrived at a shot next to the green. We're in a grass hollow or grass bunker. There's plenty of green to work with, so it actually probably looks quite an easy shot. So what would you normally be thinking about, Luke, when you're over that ball?
I'd be thinking about landing it just on the green, bit left of the pin, making sure it releases and runs all the way down to the flag.
I would say that's the right things, because it's pretty obvious to see that something landing on the front of the green there and then releasing onto the flag and almost reading it like a putt is probably the safest and easiest way to try and get it close. But you're going to be over that ball thinking about where you want to land it and going, let's just get it over this hump and get it onto the front of the green. But there's actually no plan of how you're going to do that. So instead of focusing on the execution of the shot to land it where you want, you're actually focusing on the result, which is where you want to land the ball. And when you focus on the outcome like that, you're distracted, can lead to a bit of tension because you get a bit more pressured, and then you hit a bad shot. So what club would you use to play that shot?
Probably just a pitching wedge.
Yeah, so we'll grab a pitching wedge. I don't want you to be over the ball, ready to hit, going, just land it on the front of the green and get it over that hump. Because as I mentioned, you're suddenly focused on results, and that is going to add pressure and not get you what you want. So instead of that, we're going to focus on matching a swing length to the distance, even at short range, because that's achievable and that's going to lead to the result that you want. So we're going to pace it out. 1, 2, 3. So am I standing in the sort of area you'd like to pitch it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 9 yards to this part of the green. So what swing length do you think would create a 9-yard flight with that club and your chip? So what do you think? Where are you going to go back to? Try and be as specific as you can.
About there.
Okay, so all I want you is to line up and then focus on executing that swing length back and through as best you can. Okay, so there we go. We've actually got a chip that you've played probably more like a 4 handicap than a 17 or 18 handicap.
Yeah.
But it's not that you've executed it like a 4 handicap. All you've done is taken out all of the stress of focusing on results, and you've executed what matters most, and that's where all your 100% focus is.
Yeah.
And
that was stress-free because I wasn't thinking about what's going to happen. I was just thinking, all I have to do is swing the club from there to there, where anyone can do that.
But if I said to you, do you think focusing 100% on the swing that creates the shot is going to produce better results than focusing 70% on the swing that's going to create the shot and 30% on what's going to happen afterwards? Which do you think is going to get you better?
Well, I think
100% focus.
100% focus, because I make the decision and then I focus on what I'm planning on doing. And it seems obvious when you say that, but I've always sort of stood here visualising it, and then when I'm playing the shot, I'm still visualising it. I'm not actually sometimes even thinking about the shot.
Yeah.
And that's why then I factor
So
it.
if your focus isn't on that task, you're reducing your chances of getting what you want.
Yeah.
And say the shot was fantastic, really. I mean, I don't think you can play that much better, and you didn't even try to play it that well. All you did was execute a task.
Yeah.
But fully focused, that's the thing.
Yeah.
If you can spend your whole time on a golf course engineering it so that you're fully focused on every shot that you take, you'd be amazed how much better golfer you can be.
That's worked great.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.